Back in February 2019, we decided to go into the mountains and build an igloo for Vivian's birthday weekend. Our first attempt was a bit of a fail. We didn't put an angle on the walls, so we ended up with a roofless tower. Our blocks were so uneven, it was like a giant sieve. But we actually survived the night, and the igloo weekend became a bit of a tradition. Over the years, our friends joined in on the adventure. We got better at igloo building. We sussed out some of the best spots to go to, and we got some better kit. We learned a few winter camping tricks, and we even started to bring fondue with us to celebrate. This year, we decided to try something a little different. We first packed up our stuff and jumped on the tram, and then the train. We travelled from our home in Zurich, first to Luzern, and then on to Melchsee-Frutt. This is our favourite spot, and we've come here to build igloos 3 times in a row now. This valley has a lake at each end and a small ski village. You can see people out ice fishing and the piste behind them. Before ski touring to our favourite spot, we took advantage of this rope lift to go over and grab a snack. This place does pommes with aromat, which Vivian was a really big fan of. We made our way up the valley until we found the perfect spot to build a snow cave.
We were looking for a spot and we decided, okay, here looks pretty flat. We're pretty safe from avalanche danger. There's very little rockfall on these cliffs over here, and not so much snow, and that we're worried about the rocks loosening at all. And again, it's not so steep and fairly flat here, so I wouldn't be worried about avalanche danger. And then as we were walking here, we found this nice little snowbank, which is actually kind of perfect, because like kind of the plan is that we would dig down and then we would dig across the way, like basically make a tunnel through. So let's see how this one goes. This might be a perfect spot.
With our spot picked out, Vivian marked out from above where we would be digging. The snow ended up being really hard packed, so we had no major risks of collapse, but making the location clear from above helps to stop people from walking on top of the cave. At first, we had to take turns digging, because there was only space for one person. You only see Vivian digging here, but I swear I did actually take a turn.
Oh my.
Pretty solid, huh?
It's like...
Because it was so hard-packed, our progress was much slower than we had planned for. Eventually we got deep enough into the snowbank that we could both dig at once, and then things got a little bit quicker.
It might be a bit short.
We had originally planned for a T-shaped cave, where you'd have 2 spaces for sleeping, separated by a lower cold trap. We ended up not having time to do all this, so we settled for just digging out enough space to put our sleeping mats in, and then a small shelf on the side where we could put candles and cook our dinner.
Okay, I think we fixed it.
We just managed to get finished in time for sunset. The fog always lies really low in this valley. By being a wee bit higher, we got some amazing views over the clouds as the sun went down. Temperature got cold, so we headed inside to cook some dinner. Spicy ramen is always a winner on cold nights. We made up hot water bottles, and pretty quickly we were both asleep.
Survived the night, the sun is coming up. Time to make some coffee.
Hi.
How did you sleep?
I was the warmest I've ever been in a winter camping trip. Very warm, like too warm. At one point I woke up so I could take my hands out because I was so hot. And I had to unzip a bit.
Oh, you look very toasty in there.
I was very toasty, which is like so rare. I think it's the combo of one, it was probably not as cold as like the last few trips. Like because the last few trips was negative 15 Celsius, and here was maybe like -8 or -10, who knows. 2, we got new sleeping pads, and then 3, the foam mat was totally different and was more sticky, so like we weren't slipping and sliding everywhere. So yeah, I was very warm.
In time for some Vietnamese coffee.
Yes. Delicious. Delicious.
After coffee, we got up, we packed up our things and got ready to head down the mountain. It took us about an hour to get back to the village, and the sun was out. It started to get really hot. We took the skins off our skis, and then we started to ski down to where we could catch the bus home. This route is really popular for sledging, so we had some kids to race on the way down.
We made it down.
With 20 minutes to spare before the bus comes. Oh, my feet hurt so badly, but otherwise that was a pretty nice down.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, home time I think now.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. I'll just leave you with some of the leftover drone shots that I had. Enjoy.